coming out first. I'm coming out first. I'm casting out. You say where I shall be, I'll be blessed. Everything that I shall command will come to pass. Father, my ministry will grow. My church will grow. My people will grow. My finances will increase. My health will increase. My wealth shall increase. I'm coming out of every shame. I've crossed the Jordan. I see power. I see authority. Everybody that spoke a word against me, Father, I'm stepping out. Father, I've stepped out. Father, I've gone ahead. Father, I'm ahead of my season. I'm ahead of my time. I'm ahead of my word. I'm ahead of my season. I see it coming to pass. I see you coming through. I see your marriage coming through. I see your wedding ring coming through. Your eyes will open. Your ministry shall grow. Your children shall come. Your family shall be together. Anybody that abused you, anybody that spoke ill of you, the curse is cancelled. There is no curse over your life. You will marry. You will marry. You will marry. You will see money. You will see business expand. You will travel. You will see people looking for you to bless you. Blessings will come your way. Blessings will come your way. Your guilt is now taken away. No more guilt. No more shame. No more fear. No more guilt. No more frustration. Depression. You are gone. Wealth. Coming. I'm crossing. I'm crossing. I'm crossing over. I'm crossing over. I'm entering into my place of destiny. My place of victory. Fulfillment. Power. Authority. I'm crossing over. I'm crossing over. Echoes. I've come out. I'm entering. In the name of Jesus. Somebody clap their hands for Jesus. Amen. Genesis chapter 12. Genesis chapter 12. I feel the power of the Holy Ghost. Amen. Exodus. We are coming out en masse. Anybody that God uses, He makes him to leave something. God wants you to leave your 2018 to Him. And He wants you to embrace 2019. You see what the world does officially. They are waiting on the 31st to come and say Happy New Year. Oh, forgive me. I'm starting a new thing. This is when people are going to say, from now, I've met my resolution. But for you that have insight, you that have revelation, today, you already entered. Amen. By the time they're coming into 2019, they'll find you celebrating. Amen. When they start the celebration, you are a step ahead. Amen. Because you must come out first. Amen. Genesis chapter 12. I want to show you something. Verse 1. Now the Lord said to Abraham, go from your country and your kindred and your father's house to the land that I will show you. Which means God is saying, Exodus. This is what God is saying. Come out. Let me tell you, beloved, 2019, this is what the Lord showed me. If we keep on doing things the way the world does them, we will be conforming to the ways of the world and we'll still be in the same vicious cycle that we are in. In 2019, your belief system must completely change from the belief system of the world. Let me tell you, what am I saying? Maybe they were talking about you in 2018 and it touched you, it moved you. But you must be a step ahead of the game in order to see the blessings of 2019. Which means that the gossip that they spoke about you in 2018 should not be carried over. Because you're coming out of your kindred. You're coming out of your people. You're coming out of your so-called fake friends. Your frenemies. Because as they are getting ready to persecute you, you are getting ready to celebrate. You should not conform to the ways of the world. So Jacob must leave. Abraham must leave. And I bless you and make your name great. So that you'll be what? Let's
great
go back.
Nation.
Verse 2.
And I will make of you a great nation.
I will make of you. So he's coming out. Why? Because there's a promise over his life. God told me to tell you that you're coming out of 2018 because there's a promise for you in 2019.
Amen.
And this promise must be fulfilled. Beloved, you cannot miss your 2019. You cannot mix your 2018 was a rough year. How many of you can believe that? How many of you can speak of it? I saw a rough year in 2018. But he said 2019, my son, my daughter, I've seen what you've been through. I've seen the experience that you've had. But I want you to be like the church of God that I call and I honor. I'm about to do something fresh. Not just something new, but something fresh that nobody else has seen. I saw people being declined. I saw people, you want to buy your house, it was declined. You apply for a job, a position, it was declined. Somebody promised you something, it was declined. Somebody promised you marriage, a business, it was declined. Nothing worked out. Somebody came. Some of you are even disappointed in the house of the Lord, in the church. That's where your disappointment came from. But he told me to tell you, all that was training grounds. Because he had to show you these things. Why? So that you can be stronger for 2019. And he said, leave it all behind. Because you must exodus, you must exodus, you must come out of your 2019. When God wanted to use Abraham, he had to take him out from a familiar environment. The place where Abraham was a place where he'd wake up in the morning, cook, go to the farm, come back, watch over the sheep, check over the slaves, go to sleep, talk to his father, and go back. And see his nephew Lot and continue the same routine. The following day will be the same thing. Rise up, check the shepherd, check the slaves, see his grandfather, see his father, see his nephew, go back to sleep, see his mom. So the routine was there. Some of you, the routine that you faced in 2018 was a routine of fear, depression, anxiety. How am I going to pay these bills? How am I going to work out this thing? How am I going to fix this situation? Every single day it was at the back of your mind. But in 2019, you're about to leave it all behind. You're about to leave it behind. But he says, you must exodus. You must exodus. You must come out. You must exit. You must depart. Exodus. And he says, I'll make of you. So he promises, when you come out of your father's house to the land that I will show you. You have not shown me the land yet, but I can see it. I'm coming out anyways. Father, I have not seen that land that you promised me, but I see it. I'm coming out anyways. So the first step is to activate your faith. 2018, you must be crazy about Jesus. Amen. You must be crazy about your faith.
Amen.
Let the world know that you believe this word, that you believe a God that saves and changes situations. Let your faith be increased. You must come out of your little faith that is hidden and enter into a place where your faith will be powerful. Look, I decided for me, I don't know about you, but for me, I'm coming out the way Abraham came.
Amen.
I don't know when on Thursday, I was speaking to somebody here. You know, there are certain things that you have to be violent about. Things of faith. They cannot be taught. The only faith that you can nurture and you can develop is a faith that you believe in yourself. I cannot help you to have faith. I can only teach you about faith. But for you to exercise faith, it must come from you. So you must be able to do crazy things. Faith is what's going to make you enter into a 2019 that is full of fire and extremities. Because people that have faith, they are extreme. Abraham was extreme.
Amen.
David was extreme. Ruth was extreme. Deborah was extreme. Joshua was extreme. Jehoshaphat was extreme. Naaman was extreme. Nehemiah was extreme. You must be an extremist in order to enter into a place where you'll see things happening in your life. Why do I say that? Jesus himself was extreme. He said, but nobody shall come to the Father without me. He was in the flesh. This next year, nobody will come to the Father in your house except they pass through you. Because you have the Spirit of Jesus Christ to step in faith.
Amen.
When David was in front of Goliath, he had no experience. He had never been in a war before. All David killed were animals. He had never faced giants all over his life. But when he got to the field, they told him, why don't you go back and take care of the few sheep? His own brother told him, well, who did you leave the sheep with? But David was an extremist. He said, but I see a giant and all I have is faith. Faith was in the form of stones. And when he saw the giant, the Philistine, the people said, let me help David kill the giant. He's the only one that is daring. When we look at his body, this man is untrained. This man has never been to war. This man has never been anywhere before. Maybe in 2018, you never saw that business come to pass. In 2018, you never saw that relationship bring fruition. But in 2018, there is a new, extreme, faithful man and woman of God that believe without seeing. And they are about to come out and seize what belongs to them.
Amen.
So they put an armor on David. And David said, I don't have experience on these things. All I have is my God. I'm extreme. But how are you going to fight David? You are here, he's there. How are you going to fight him? He said that I come out in the name of the Father. You see what David said? He said, I'm exiting my environment. I'm exiting what I know. I'm exiting what you know about me. I may be the smallest, the youngest in my family, but I'm exiting this situation.
Amen.
Because what I have in me must usher me into my new destiny. And Goliath said, hey, look at you. What are you coming to me with? But David said, I'm coming out. I'm coming to you. I am in a situation of exodus. I'm exiting. I'm entering. Today, in the name of the Father, you come against me with javelins, arrows, and bows and spears. But I come out in the name of the Father.
Amen.
You must come out in the name of the Father.
Amen.
In 2019. Somebody say, I'm coming out.
I'm coming out.
I'm coming out.
I'm coming
I'm
out.
coming out.
I'm coming out.
Abraham, where are you going? Abraham, I don't know. God said that I'm going. Imagine Abraham waking up his family, his wife and children and his slaves, and he tells them, let's go. And everybody says, where are you going? Abraham says, I don't know, but the Lord said I'm coming out. I don't know where I'm going, but I'm leaving anyways. So where do we go? And he looks, maybe let's go this way. And he gets there and then he says, where are we going, Abraham? We're just going because the Lord said we're going. So from here, this is a mountain. Where do you go? Do we climb the mountain? Do we cross it? Let's cross. And he just goes. 2019 is not about blind faith. It's about extreme faith. Extreme faith in God. We are not going blindly because our God has already spoken. So we are being extreme about it. And when you come out, don't wait for the 31st. It's already here.
Amen.
It's already here. This morning you're coming out. This morning you're coming out. And so there was another woman, a Moabite woman, dark-skinned, with an accent, has never been to Bethlehem, has never spoken to anybody before. A woman whose father-in-law passed away. A woman whose husband passed away. A woman whose mother-in-law told her, leave, do not even stay with me. A woman who did not know where she was going. But she said, I'm coming out of my father's house. Even though my husband is dead, I don't have a husband. Even though I don't have these things, I'm living. Even though my mother-in-law Naomi is telling me to stay behind and remarry and have children, I'm coming out. I will not stay in Moab. And this woman was a woman called Ruth. And the moment she said, I'm coming out, you know how she said it? She said, your God will be my God. That was coming out. She said that I'm leaving the idols. But today, I'm coming out of the idols. I'm entering into the God of Naomi. And at that particular moment, God said, I see a woman coming out. And so I can use this woman to usher myself into the world. And God saw Naomi. Let me tell you, it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter your background. Doesn't matter what you have. What matters is just stepping out with extreme faith. You must just step out with extreme faith. My car broke down. My credit is not good. But I'm going to the car show. I'm stepping out because I believe God will give me a new car. I don't know who I'm talking to. I'm still living in an apartment. I'm struggling to pay my rent. Faith. I will step out and start shopping for my own new house. Extreme faith is your portion in 2019. You must engender the extreme faith. I don't have a job yet. I'm on welfare. Nobody wants to hire me. But this year, I'm sending my CV to the government. I'm sending my CV to the bank. I'm stepping out because I see my job in the government. I don't know who I'm talking to. Beloved, you must have extreme faith. Somebody say extreme faith. Somebody say extreme faith.
Extreme
Somebody
faith.
say I'm coming out.
I'm coming out.
Say I'm prospering.
I'm prospering.
Say I'll prosper.
I'm prospering.
Somebody stand up and clap your hands. Clap your hands and pray the prayer. I'm coming out of delay. I'm coming out of routine. I'm coming out of stagnation. I'm coming out of fear. I'm coming out. Say, I'm coming out. 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 I am coming out. I am coming out. I'm coming out.
Hallelujah.
I'm coming out. I'm coming out. Say, I'm coming out. I'm coming out.
I'm coming out.
I'm coming out.
I'm coming out.
I'm coming out.
I'm coming out.
I'm coming out.
I'm coming out.
I'm coming out. Say, I'm coming out. I'm exiting. Stagnation is not my portion. Stagnation is not my portion. Delay is not my portion. Abraham came out, so I'm also coming out. Isaac came out, and so I'm coming out. Jacob came out, and so I'm coming out. I'm stepping out. Somebody clap your hands and pray.
Repasata paka rebe seketaraba rebo sanda la rebo sakata la prajata pa rapapata le rebe sendereba yos la pataraba shekete la raba shekete reba zobrata payaba la bra shekete la bra shekete. I'm coming out.
Declare
I'm coming out
by your own mouth.
I'm
You're not coming out. As long as you're still in the same place where God asked you to move, you shall not come out. So the Lord spoke to us and said, take your people and depart to where I'm sending you. And when you go where I'm sending you, the angels are there. They are ahead of you. They have made all the crooked ways straight. They have paved the way for you. Whatever you shall speak, whatever you shall step your feet, you shall possess. All I am asking you to do is to do what? All I'm asking you to do is to do what? Therefore you shall take your children, you shall take your belongings, you shall take your cattle, you shall take your slaves, you shall take your business. Your business is right here. You can leave the physical building there, but your business is right here. All you need is a vision. All you need is a vision. All you need is a vision. You carry your vision out of your mind, and when you take out, I will make the way for you. The Israelites, they reached the wilderness for 40 years. If you speak to the statistics, they say that a journey would have taken 40 days. But they stayed there for 40 years. 40 years, why? Because when miracles were happening, the church is on fire. When prophecies were coming, everybody is happy. But when there's no prophecies, oh please, let us go back to Egypt. Egypt was better. We are better off as slaves. We are better off without nothing. They forgot that God took them out of slavery. So they spent 40 years in slavery. And God was so displeased to the extent that everybody above 20 years did not make it except 3. Slavery will hold you back. Slavery will keep you bound. Slavery will make you know that you're nothing. You cannot make it. Slavery will make you think that this is better than what God has promised me. Slavery will make you think that this, me lying down here, me being depressed. Anyway, my father was depressed. My mother was depressed. They were all poor. They did not make it. Why should I be better? That is what slavery does. It makes you think that in your corner, you're okay. You can stay there 1 year, 10 years, 20 years, 40 years, 80 years. You become a grandfather. Your child remarries. Your child still stays there 10 years, 20 years, 79, 80. It becomes a generational curse. Slavery. Until one of you has to have a revelation of God and become an obedient and say, you know what? I will be the first Jacob. I will be the first Israel. I will be the first Ruth. I will be the first Joshua. If you go back to the Bible, you see that in the book of Joshua, God speaks to Joshua about be of good courage for so many times because he was so afraid. If everybody died, if they did not make it, how can I make it? I, Joshua, even my mentor is gone. How can I make it? So God speaks to him over and over again. And I speak to the church today and I tell him, be of good courage. Do not be dismayed. Do not give up. Be of good courage. Because he who calls you, he will perfect. He will complete. He will finish. He will make a way. All you need to do is to come out. All you need to do is to be obedient and believe everything you have. As long as you have your mind, as long as you have your tongue, I can assure you, the land to which he has brought you, you will make it. Amen? Amen. Amen?
Amen.
Exodus 6, 7, and 8. In the wilderness, 40 years they're here. They have forgotten where God brought them through. Now they're starting to tell their leader, you know what? Take us back. We were better off in slavery. We were better off borrowing. I was better off being beaten every day. I was better off my wife being raped every day. That was the best life. Take me back to Egypt. But there is somebody called a God of covenant. A God of covenant. Who when even you forget, when your pastor forgets, when your mother forgets, when your father forgets, a God of covenant shall not forget.
Amen.
Can you read that for me, please?
So the children of Israel stripped themselves of their ornaments by Mount Horeb.
6, 7 to 8.
Moses took his tent and pitched it outside the camp, far from the camp, and called it to the tabernacle of meeting.
Correct.
And it came to pass that everyone who sought the Lord went out to the tabernacle of meeting, which was outside the camp.
Exodus 6, 7 to 8.
So it was
Exodus 6, chapter 6. Six, 7, 8.
And I will bring you into the land which I swore to give to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And I will give it to you as a heritage. I am the Lord.
I will give it to you as a heritage. In other words, you're going to inherit it. Not only for you, but your children, your children's children, your children's children. You see, God is a God of generations. When God, that's why when he curses up to 7th generation. When he blesses, it's the same. Some of us, our children will not need to do anything. They will just slide onto our blessings.
Amen.
Some of us, our children, they will not even understand, why am I blessed? Why? It's because of the covenant your parent had with God. That is why you need to understand. The Bible says, I have given you power to choose life and death. And I tell you, choose what? I tell you, choose what? I tell you, choose what? So that you and who? You and the children will do what? Come on, read the Bible. I tell you to choose what? So that you and your children will be saved. I tell you to choose what?
Life.
So that who? So that who?
You and your children.
And who? Come on, church, preach to me. I tell you to choose what?
Life.
So that who? And who?
My children.
He is a God of generations. We are the beneficiaries of this promise. We are the beneficiary of these promises.
Amen.
I have told the church and over again, if your biological DNA does not favor you, you need to leave your biological DNA. You need to step into your spiritual DNA.